Mr. Mukesh Ambani and Ms. Neeta Ambani.
It's a historic visit for both our countries. बहुत ज़्यादा मजबूत है.
Rohit Chopra and Ms. Karen Brudvig. The Honorable Mr. Michael Miebach. Mrs. Jennifer Rumsey and Mr. Jim Rumsey. Mr. Lyndon Prauza Blue and Dr. Cholada Blue. Ms. Jane Fraser and Mr. Alberto Piedra. Dr. Suresh Kator and Dr. Renu Kator. Mr. Rajesh Subramaniam. Ms. Maria Teresa Kumar and Mr. Raj Kumar. The Honorable Salman Ahmad and Ms. Kat Davis Ahmad. The Honorable Vinay Reddy and Ms. Nilima Reddy. Mr. Michael Shrum and Ms. Maya Rao. Mr. Martin Luther King III and Mrs. Andrea Waters King. Mr. Sanjay Ramabhatman and Mrs. Vidya Iyer. Dr. Sudhir Seksaria. The Honorable Shri Srinivasan and Ms. Chitra Wadwani. Mr. Max Kennedy. Mr. Maxwell Taylor Kennedy and Mrs. Vicky S. Kennedy. The Honorable Ben LeBolt. Mr. Michael Cohen and Dr. Darylyn Samuels. The Honorable Dr. Geeta Rao Gupta and Mr. Arvind Gupta. Mr. Nat Simons and Mrs. Laura Baxter Simons. Mr. Josh Beckenstein and Ms. Anita Beckenstein. The Honorable Catherine Tai, U.S. Trade Representative, and Mr. Robert Skidmore. Mr. Alfred F. Kelly Jr. and Ms. Margaret P. Kelly. Mr. John Morgan and Mr. Matt Morgan. Mr. Jay Shetty and Mr. Richard Slavin. Mr. James Quincy.
Good, happy, everyone happy. Right, thank you.
Ms. Tarina Bhakti and Ms. Preeti Bhakti. Dr. Dennis Mukwege and Ms. Madeline Kaboye. Mr. Puneet Benjan and Ms. Heather Benjan. Mr. Thomas L. Friedman and Ms. Anna B. Friedman. Ms. Minnie Tamaraju and Mr. Ken Scudder. Ms. Resma Sajani and Mr. Mike Sajani. Mr. Devin Pareg and Ms. Monica Pareg. Ms. Jeannie Ruesh and Father Kevin O'Brien. Senator Joseph Manchin and Ms. Gail Manchin. The Honorable Richard Verma and Ms. Melina Verma. Mr. Sanjay Mehrotra and Ms. Sangeeta Mehrotra. Mr. Darshan Daliwal and Ms. Deborah Daliwal. Ms. Indra Dewey and Mr. Raj Dewey. Mr. Doug McMillan and Ms. Shelley McMillan. Mr. Arvind Krishna and Ms. Tarini Krishna. Mr. Shantanu Narayan and Ms. Reni Narayan. Mr. Gary Dickerson and Ms. Connie Dickerson. The Honorable John Bass and Ms. Holly Holzer Bass. The Honorable Bill Nelson, Administrator of NASA, and Ms. Grace Nelson. Mr. Anurag Jain. Mr. Robert Palad and Mr. Rebecca Palad. Mr. Malik Benjoli and Mr. Ryan Correa. Mr. Anand Mahindra.
I'm told us not to stop.
The Honorable William Burns, Director of the CIA, and the Honorable Lisa Carty. Mr. David Calhoun and Ms. Barbara Calhoun. Mr. Adam Mike Shamala and Dr. Bhavna Shamala.
How did the Philippines White House?
Lovely.
Washington inspired movie making?
Mr. James Murdoch and Ms. Kathleen Murdoch. The Honorable Michael Regan, Administrator, Environmental Protection Agency. Mr. Joshua Bell.
So obviously it's always exciting to be at the White House, and this is a little different than anything I've ever done before. I've never been to a state dinner, so yeah, very excited. Yeah, because it's not my usual thing, so yeah, a little bit, but no, not much. I have to skip out of dinner because I have to play after dinner, which I wish I could play first and then drink a little wine, but no. Yeah, I just go, I'll skip out and practice for half an hour just to get there. Still got to do it.
So what do you think about India and US relationship?
With, sorry?
India and US relationship?
Well, I think it's, what an amazing place, and I think it's so important, so that's why I'm very honored to be part of it. It's such a historic occasion, and I'm very glad they're doing this, and just glad to be a part of it. Small little part, and I'll get to meet the Prime Minister, which will be...
What do you think about Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi?
So I'm staying away from politics, but I love Indian music, and I knew Ravi Shankar, the great Indian sitar player, and I love Indian culture. So it's a place that I want to go very soon. I've never been, but sorry. They have some Indian side, so I'm kind of leave that to the experts. So I'm going to concentrate on classical music and a little bit of American music, and just kind of what I do. That's yeah. Thank you.
Mr. Kenneth Chunal and Ms. Catherine Chunal. Mr. Charles E. Phillips and Ms. Karen C. Phillips. Ms. Kate Boyd and Ms. Julia Duvall. Ms. Ellen Sussman and Ms. Whitney Jordan. Mr. Edward Knight and Ms. Amy Knight. Mr. Nidad Ambani and Ms. Heather Cabot Ambani. Mr. Casey Wasserman and Ms. Jenny Chandler. Mr. Anthony Capuano. The Honorable Michael Roman and Ms. Nancy Goodman. Mr. Jim Takewood and Ms. Carol Takewood. The Honorable Jennifer M. Granholm, Secretary of Energy, and Ms. Karen Elizabeth Skelton. Mr. Nikhil Kumar. Mr. Sunil Bhagwani and Ms. Neeta Bhagwani. Mr. Sam Myers and Dr. Vicki Myers.
Hello, y'all. Hello, friends. Got no house?
The Honorable Curtis Reed and Ms. Nancy Reed. The Honorable Dr. Elizabeth Sherwood Randall and Dr. Jeffrey Randall. Ms. Gwendolyn Sondheim and Dr. Gary Fowler. The Dame Donna Bailey and Mr. Robin Kashidi. Ms. Sima Landa. Mark Warner and Ms. Lisa Collins. Ms. Malia Shahja Judy and Ms. Karishma Swami. The Honorable Jennifer Klein and Mr. Zachary Stern. The Honorable Anthony Lincoln, Secretary of State, and the Honorable Evan Ryan. Ms. Ann Wojcicki and Ms. Esther Wojcicki. The Honorable Victoria Sabudin and Mr. Drew Newland. The Honorable Alejandro Mayorkas, Secretary of Homeland Security, and Ms. Tanya Mayorkas.
Right here, sir. Thank you.
Ms. Stephanie Carter and Ms. Kelly Myron Hawk. Ms. Linda Kahour. The Honorable Donald Blue and Dr. Ariel